stepping in that ring is not for the faint-hearted at all, you know. Respect to any man that does that. Growing up, me as a kid, you know, the reason why I fight, I was bit by a dog when I was 2-year-old. Savaged me, nearly killed me. So I've grown up with scars on my face. I've been bullied all my life. And I got brought up by my stepdad, who didn't bring me up the right way. I've been beaten, I've been brayed, I've had it tough, I've had it really tough. But it's made me into the fighter that I am. It's made me strong. I've been through it all. Taking a shot of somebody in that ring don't fear me. It don't bother me at all. I left home early, lived with my grandma, lived with my auntie. You know, I've been brought up by them two that have taught me a lot about my life and who I am as a person. Despite what I've been through, I'm a nice, kind-hearted person, you know, and everybody's like, oh, I can't believe you like that. It's like, oh, what do you want me to be? You know, I don't walk about like, you know, I'm going to rip somebody's head off. But when I go in that ring, I can switch. And everything I've been through in my life, I turn it into that aggression and get the job done through that trauma I've been through, yeah. You know, there's been a lot of times, I'll be honest with you, I could have ended up in prison a few times. You know, I was fighting on the street, fighting uptown, you know, I had a name where I'm from, and it gets you nowhere in life, you know what I mean? And I'd rather channel it into this and have a name about myself and prove that I'm a good fighter that way, rather than obviously it going south and me ending up in prison, you know. You sacrifice a lot of time with your kids, girlfriend or your wife, a lot of time with your family, you sacrifice going out with friends, because you're constantly focused on the gym and you can't slack off. If you're a 10-week camp, that 10-week camp is from that 10 weeks straight through. You can't drink, you're eating clean, you're training hard, making your mindset and your body into that you need to be when you get in that ring. You're training, you're cutting weight, you're tired, you're fatigued all the time. I've come out of sparring sessions doubting myself, thinking I'm not ready to fight. But obviously when you're doing that deload week, ready up to fight, and you carb up and you're ready to go and you put that size back on, that's when you need to switch on and you know you're good enough. Everything you put in that camp, you know you're good enough. You know, I want the best fights and the best people, you know, and that's all I'm wanting to do now.